Hello guys, welcome back. I just landed in Bosnia. I came straight to my Airbnb. This is where I'm at right now. I'm gonna spend some time here today. I'm coming back to Sarajevo at the end of the trip, so I have enough time to see everything. To my surprise, Sarajevo is actually in between the mountains already. So when I was landing by plane, there's already mountains everywhere. It's so beautiful here. I'm going to be hacked tomorrow in the north. I'm 6 hours until I get there, but today I'm gonna stay in Sarajevo. I'm also going to see if I find some thrift stores. These tent-like markets here sell a lot of handmade silver jewelry, so I'm gonna see if I find some pieces to take home with me. Let me show you guys a little bit of a tour of my Airbnb. I'm wearing this tank top and these skinny jeans. I'm also wearing my AS 98 boots. These are perfect for the mountains. I can walk everywhere with them. This will be the outfit. I'm back in my Airbnb. Take off my makeup. I use this cleansing milk by Privilege. It just works amazing. I've tried like cleansing oils or different types of things to remove my makeup. They just break out my skin. I use this 2 times. Then I use this squalane by The Ordinary. I love this. It's very, very hydrating. One of my favorites, The Ordinary products. If you use this overnight, it would also work like a mask. By the way, do you like my nails? I did like a unfinished clear extension. I also got this new product. It's called androgynous. It's supposed to be like anti-aging product. Thought I would just give it a try since I don't do any of that. I just don't give any attention to the fact that I'm getting older. Honestly, also, I don't really give a shit about the fact that I'm aging. Look at Michelle Lamy. Look at all of these beautiful older women that only get better with age. It really is about what's in here. Let's see if it works, you know? If it does make me hotter, then why not? That was all for the oils. I got this aloe vera face mask that I'm gonna use. Something that I've heard also lately, it's like if you use a face mask every day, it also is really good for your skin. That would be such a nice thing to do, just a face mask every day. I'm drinking this instant coffee and I haven't in a while. There's a reason why I need to buy coffee today, because this one is not it. But we are in the middle of the woods, so there's like no coffee machines. This is what I have to survive for the next couple of days. Got this book by Susan Sontag. It's an essay about feminist concepts. I actually want to read all of her essays. I think she's an amazing writer. It talks mostly about things that we experience as women and things that we have to deal with in the patriarchal sense. There's this chapter in the book that I'm at right now that talks about how women and men differ from each other and how women have characteristics of helplessness and passivity. I think that's something that is very interesting. I am a woman and I recognize myself with a lot of masculine traits, if that's the label you want to put on it. Don't agree with that characteristic difference at all. I've met men that are quite helpless and passive. When I look at myself, I'm not passive at all, and I exude what a lot of people can say it's masculine traits. Dumb thing to label it as masculine and feminine. I think it's just human beings who have different character traits. It's not about your gender. That's why I really dislike when society wants to label you as masculine or feminine or put those labels, because I think it's just dumb. Women and men are very similar. It also says how women are actually trained to have those quote-unquote feminine behaviors, so they fall into like a second-class citizen type of place in society. It's very true how a lot of women get brainwashed by a very young age to think that they can do certain things while men are encouraged to do those certain things. The amount of women that I've seen that can do the exact same things as men, and even better, I see it every day. So maybe you should just stop labeling things by gender and just start looking at human beings and their characteristics individually. And also, if you're a woman watching this, like, you don't need to change yourself to be more feminine or even talk down on yourself that you can't do certain things, that you need help just because you're a woman. I have lived on my own since I was 18 without the help of my parents. You can do a lot of things by your own, and it's not like a negative thing. It's more of like you are a very powerful human being, and it's not that you don't need other people for connection and love, mutual understanding, but when it comes to like life things or owning a business, taking care of your life and making your own decisions, that you don't really look towards other people for that and that you count on yourself for that. I think that's actually a very healthy thing. You're allowed to make choices and do things that make you happy without you thinking how it's going to be perceived as towards the outside world, or even change yourself to act less than who you are. I very much believe in genderlessness. I mean, yeah, there's men and women in the physical sense, but when it comes down to the character of being a human being, men and women are very, very much alike. Things that make you act like your gender is just labels have been put onto you since childhood, so you act that way because that's what society told you that you should act like. You can stop acting like that and act like authentic towards yourself whenever you want. Guys, the owner of the Airbnb just brought me like a dessert type of thing. I didn't even ask for it, she just brought it to me. She's just like the sweetest person. It's like a sweet thing. I think it resembles like a pancake, but it looks so yummy though. She told me the name of it, but Bosnian is quite difficult to understand. The whole of last month, I was very much in a slump. I've been like having a lot of anxiety about different things, not really being as productive as I need to be. Last month in Antwerp was just making me feel depressed. I cannot stay like in the same place for a really long time. When I get like that, I know it's time for me to travel. That's exactly what I did. This is just what I need from time to time, guys. Me doing this was at the perfect time. Just being in the forest by the water heals me, relaxes my nervous system. I love being here. Like,